Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're all doing well, and welcome back to another video. So we've just had the Singapore Grand Prix, and what a race it was. I mean, like in qualifying, we had an amazing battle between Ferrari, McLaren and Mercedes, and Red Bull were nowhere in sight. Like, the race started off very slow, with drivers understandably saving their tyres. And that was because this race is about endurance, and tyre wear can be high. And with the pack so bunched up, it looked like Red Bull could get into the race, and challenge for the win. Like, they started on the hard so they could go long, given they started 11th and 13th, and if a safety car came out at the right time for them, they would have been in with a chance of winning the race given the car looked stronger in race trim. But the safety car came out too early for them, meaning they couldn't pit as they wouldn't get medium tyres to the end of the race. And with those around them starting on mediums, they could go on to hards at the safety car, and at the restart Red Bull were eaten up by everyone, which is very rare to see. And in men we had a fight for the win between Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, George Russell and Lewis Hamilton. These four were within 2 seconds of each other for such a long time, but that changed when a virtual safety car came out. Ferrari and McLaren stayed out, but Mercedes decided to box for new mediums. They lost time as a result, but they came out in clean air, and the pace they closed up on Sainz and Norris was insane. Like, they were averaging 1.5 seconds a lap, so it looked like Mercedes was going to win. But then Sainz pulled out a masterstroke. Like, he slowed down, gave Norris DRS to form a DRS train to make it harder for Mercedes to pass, and focused on being quicker on the exits onto straights to not be under threat from Lando. And that gave him the win and he fully deserved it. He's been doing a great job in recent races and I'm happy to see Sainz take the top spot, with Lando joining him in second. But we have to talk about what happened on the last lap. Like, Russell was moving all over the place to get past Norris, and on the entry to one of the corners, Norris clipped the wall on entry, but he got away with it. But Russell seemed to follow his line, clipped the wall harder and went straight into the wall. That forced him out of the race, meaning Hamilton took the final spot on the podium after being on Russell's gearbox for a few laps. And speaking about the crash, Russell said, "No words to be honest. Such a long physical race, difficult to keep concentration." Then just the last lap, a millimetre lapse of concentration and game over. So just sorry to the whole team. It was a really challenging race. The tyres were dropping off, and you're pushing the limits. That's how racing should be. You make a small mistake, and you're bitten for it. So disappointing for George, but on the whole I'd say Mercedes showed decent pace. And speaking about Mercedes' performance and strategy, team boss Toto Wolff said, "Super that Lewis is on the podium. He had a brilliant race and had the pace at the end. Just a shame for George, because he worked hard for that. It could have been a good third and fourth, lots of points, but we lost 22 against Ferrari. It was so difficult to win the race if we were just static, so we said let's go for it, and we just went for it, and in the end it's a podium for Lewis, and that's great." But this race showed that without Red Bull, we have a strong chance of an epic title fight given how close Ferrari, McLaren and Mercedes seem to be. So while I think Red Bull will get back to normal from the next race, next year their rivals have to catch up, because a title fight between these four teams, maybe Aston Martin as well, would be beyond epic, especially given the quality of drivers in these teams at the moment. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care